everyone, thatoldnerfguy here. Today, Kumedal Blaster internal video, and we're gonna see what can be done to improve it. Welcome to Tag. So that Kumedal Blaster, this is gonna be mostly an internal exploration of the blaster, but if I can do something about it, I will try to do it. I want to check if I can rebarrel this, see if it can allow me to put some brass in it. Maybe not the full 10-inch, maybe a 4-inch or something like that, just to see if the plunger tube can accept it in volume of air. Now, to open this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screw total. Okay. It's gonna be a fun one, is it? Do I need the small one, or nope? Not even. That's cool. Oh, I suspect the screws are gonna be all different, so make sure you remember where they go. But there is not that much screw. Okay, so that's 2 pretty long screw on the handle. Does that thing? Oh, okay, yeah, it's coming off. It's one handle, the other, let's leave it with this screw, so I remember where they go. Then, yeah, there's a screw here, here, and here. Okay. I suspect this one is going to be pretty long, judging by the other one. Yeah, okay, so this is the barrel screw. And trigger well. Okay, small screw on the trigger well, and on the barrel release, is it the same, or do I have to mark them? Nope, they're the same. Cool. So the 2 small screw goes here, the big one goes here. Don't think I'm gonna do any, oh, how does it open this thing? Okay, so now we have a better look at the interior of this thing. Can I? Cool, I can just remove the barrel. Wow, there is not a lot of thing going on in this blaster, believe me, and I'm not a fan of those trigger, but they have one good point. Those kind of trigger is the more you compress the spring, the more it will hold, the more the catch will hold. But that's about the only advantage we have. I don't think I'm going to be able to change the spring on those. Oh, this is a long spring. Can I? Cool. This is a long spring, but very, very small. Come on, this is longer than my screwdriver. Wow. Do I have my caliper somewhere? Yeah, want to check that thing. We have a 11mm spring by, can I even test it with this? Can I even measure it? Yeah. We have 135mm long by 12mm diameter spring. This is weird. And this thing is, it's quite stiff. I was not expecting it to be that stiff. Okay, so we're gonna live with those springs for now. Can I just remove the other one? Completely identical. Okay, this is the bottom trigger, this is the top trigger, this is their spring, and we have there was a little spring holding this thing. And we have these tubes. They look like they have several catch holes, depending maybe on what blaster they put them, but they're not very big. If I open one, we have, that's the same size, so we have 17 millimeter. By how many strokes do we have on this thing? 45 millimeter. Okay, 17 by 45. Oof, that's not big. That is not big. 17 by 45. That is not a lot of air going in. Do I even dare to put this long brass in it? I mean, one seal should give me some result. Okay, so that we know of. Now, is there any modification possible with this barrel? So let's open it, and then we're gonna know. Can I? And they clipped the tip. Okay, sorry, forget what I said. This thing come off easily. Okay, so it's really two-piece clamp this way with two-piece clamp this way. So let's open, oops, brass barrel. Let's open this thing. And another kind of screw. So those 3 screws are going on the foregrip stock. Okay. Because I think they're all going to be identical. Yes, they are. So far, we got 4 different lengths of screws in this blaster. For a small and very simple system, I mean, there's no part at all in this thing. I mean, this is the priming member. And this screw doesn't want to come out. It will. Okay, so can I shove my nails here? Yeah. The screw stays there. And we got the holder for the ammo. We got a metal pin here for the priming, but we don't have at the other end. Shame. Still, we have here for the pivot point. So that's good. That is not gonna break anytime soon. But I would suggest if you can solidify this thing from the inside, it will help it a lot. I might do it if I ever find a spring that fit in. And now let's open this barrel. 2 very small screws, very loose. Okay, I was not expecting that. You see how it goes? They use what I use when I shrink down the air channel in a blaster. I use small hose, small flex hose, aquarium hoses like that. And I use this to reduce the channel, and that's exactly what they did. And now we see them, we see the side of this hose coming out. Is it glued there? Maybe. It might be glued there. Ah, shame. Or it's just 2 pieces together that hold it? Maybe. Maybe not. But you see, my point is to replace those little holes. Buy a brass barrel. Will I dare to put the full length in it, or almost a full length? Or do I go with... I would have to run some math first, and then I'll come back. Okay, back after some research. I did myself 2 different barrels. I did myself 7.5 centimeters, and I did myself a 15 centimeter barrel. Just for testing, to see the difference. Basically, on the 15 millimeter barrel, even with a very, very good seal, it is not getting out, just because the volume of this plunger tube equals about 2 length maximum, and even there, I'm not even sure we have a full length in there. So it's like 1.5 length of plunger tube for the barrel. That's what I did with this one. Hopefully it's gonna go out straight and good. I already taped one end. I'm gonna show you what I did to this one, but I made myself a small spacer just so it sit at the right depth there to accommodate my O-ring seal, which need to stick out a little from there. So to do this little ring, which is the important part, if you want to check how I prepare my barrel, because I already flared one end of it, which is this end, you can see it's been flared on this side to be able to introduce the dart smoothly inside. For the rest, it's been filed and sized to the right shape. I use this tool, but you can check my brass preparation video to have more detail on this process. For this one, I do 8 very tight turn of electric tape on it. Very, very flush on it. And count them, because at 8 turn you even gonna have too much for this. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 full turn. Good. That done. You then need to cut it to the right depth. I'll do it by eye, but it's about the size of what I did. What I like to do, of what I did for the flare dimension. What I like to do is just roll my piece of pipe with a sharp, brand new cutter blade. And then I can just unwrap the part I want to discard. And I'm going to have my seal to go in the plastic piece. I don't want to go too fast on it, just in case I haven't cut it all the way. That's what I thought. I haven't cut it all the way. Should be good. Let me remove that little piece here. And then let me insert it through there. For this, I don't want to be rude to my barrel or anything. This is a little too tight, so I need to remove about 2/3. About 1 turn on it. A little less than 1 turn. Should have done this. Let's cut it straight. Now, is it? Yeah, it will go in, but tightly. Maybe remove a little more. So 7 turns should be your right measurement for this, depending on the thickness of your electric tape. Mine's pretty thin, pretty flexible. That's when I want to use that. And then you insert it in there. Should go in rather easily. And to do this, I'm gonna use the table to be sure it go in straight with the tape, and then a round screwdriver handle to push it to the right depth. Yeah, look about right. For the tape that is in my way, I'm gonna remove it with the cutter knife, being sure not to cut my brass because this is very fragile. So we're going all around. Should be able to remove it rather easily. There's some thickness that went out here. Here. That's removed. And here there's a little piece which I need to remove too. And then the fun part is coming. She's gonna be putting some tape around this part. So basically I will round tape on this part to equal it, and then I will have to shave a little part so it's not too wide and too crooked. And I might lock the barrel in the right position with a piece of tape at this level. We'll be back when it's done. Done with the part. Not the most beautiful, but it's gonna do the work. I had to shave one side of it, which is gonna peel at one end, but I'm gonna install it like right on, and it's gonna hold. This going through. Is it gonna close? Yeah, tight, but it's gonna close. So let's go for it. Let's try and close that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna try it like that without a secondary barrel to guide the dart. And I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that it's gonna shoot through it. Technically, I am centered. And that same is gonna be hidden behind the front grip / stock. Yeah, it's a little tight on this side, but it's centered. That's the important thing. So all done. Technically, it should prime. Dart. Let's put 2 half dart in. Oh yeah, haven't put the seal. For now, I'm just gonna slap those O-ring here, but later on they might get glued on. I'm not completely fixed on my seal. Oh, this is tight and I like that. Can I have a reading or it's not gonna shoot out the barrel? A 63 and a 62. My seal might not be perfect. Let's try it with bamboo. This is holding. I got a 51 and a 63. It's not very regular. Might be just a seal problem. Or it might hit something inside the barrel, meaning I will need to put more barreling into that thing and maybe lubricate it a little more, put a spacer on the spring. But yeah, technically it's a real low now. My length might not be good, but I will whack those barrels to bring it to a better level. And there's a long point between where I put the dart and where it hit the chronograph. But it's very usable. I will just need to improve a little thing for the barreling inside and remove some space. And that's gonna be done. In the end, this is possible. I'm gonna have to do some slight tuning on it, like adding a secondary barrel just to be sure the dart doesn't hit inside of this faux barrel. And I'm gonna have to completely shave any rib or almost any rib inside for the dart to go out. But the principle is possible. You can prime it. I'm still on the search for a spring, maybe a spacer inside, and I need to find 2 O-ring that fits those plunger tube because one of them is very, very loose and I'm losing pressure there. But basically I had some O-ring for the seal on this side. I pierced the black part there to insert the 3-inch brass barrel. That's about the maximum I can have in this, and even there I'm assuming it's hitting something inside, but I'm getting something like 60-65 FPS, which is not stellar, but with a little upgrade in those plunger, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a little more kick. But both dart or shooting, this thing is working, and it's now really, really fun to use with the reloading. That's it for this video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at thatoldnerfguy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to stay notified for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. See you next time. Bye.